So, how do you start your day? I mean, really. Do you wake up and before your eyes are even fully open, you're reaching for your phone? Just lost in an endless scroll before your mind even has a chance to boot up? If that's you, you're not just waking up, you're giving away your power before the day even begins. See, the modern morning is a battlefield, a fight for control, and most people lose. But it doesn't have to be that way. Let's talk about how you can finally take command. And this, right here, shows the divide perfectly. You've got the 99% who start their day in total chaos. Their minds are immediately hijacked by notifications, by the news, by other people's problems. They're just reacting. But then you have the 1%. They begin with complete intention. They are in command. Your morning is your kingdom. You either rule it or you surrender it. Simple as that. So, you gotta ask yourself a very simple but very powerful question. Which side are you on right now? Be honest with yourself, because knowing where you stand is the very first step to deciding where you really want to go. To gain that command, we don't start with some fancy new app or a complicated planner. Nope, we start right here with the foundation. It all begins with a fundamental shift in your mindset long before you take a single action. Okay, secret number 1, wake up with discipline, not motivation. And as you can see, they are worlds apart. Motivation, well, it's a feeling, isn't it? It's a mood, it's totally unreliable. Discipline, on the other hand, creates action. It's dependable because it's not some feeling you have to wait for, it's an identity you choose to step into.
The Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius knew this inside and out. And this quote, it's not about dreading your job, it's about purpose. That very first decision you make, hitting snooze or getting up, it's a vote. When you rise on time, you're not just waking up, you are casting a vote for the stronger, more capable version of yourself. And that brings us to the second secret, which is all about reclaiming your mind. Most people, they roll over, they grab their phone, and they just let the world flood in, completely hijacking their attention. The Stoic, they do the exact opposite. They win the first hour in silence. No podcasts, no emails, no noise, just quiet. And look, this might feel strange at first. You might feel like you're missing out, like you're falling behind. But Epictetus reminds us that real power is found by just ignoring that external rush. That silence, it isn't emptiness. It's the space you need to find clarity, to find focus, to take back control.
This leads us right into our third secret, preparation. It's an old Stoic practice called premeditatio malorum. Now I know it sounds pretty dark, the premeditation of evils, but it's actually incredibly practical. It's about rehearsing the day before it hits you. You think about the challenges ahead, not to create anxiety, but to prepare your response. Yeah, let's just boil it down to this. Prepare. Don't panic. When you take a minute to imagine what could go wrong, and more importantly, decide how the best version of you is going to respond, you're building emotional muscle. So when life actually throws a punch, you don't freeze up. You've already run this drill. Okay, so we've got the mindset down. Now, let's build on that foundation with some real, intentional actions. This is where we turn these ideas into an actual practice. And it really comes down to 3 key practices. First, you're going to anchor yourself. Second, you'll journal to get some clarity. And third, you move your body to wake up your mind. Let's break these down real quick. So the first practice is to find your anchor. Every single morning, your identity is kind of fragile. Before the world starts screaming at you about who you are and what you should be doing, you have to remind yourself first. This is about finding a core principle, a grounding truth that you come back to every single day. Here's a perfect example. Just imagine waking up and repeating this to yourself. I do not control what happens, only how I respond. It's not just some nice-sounding phrase. It's a compass for your day. It sets your intention and anchors your mind on the one thing that truly matters, your own choices. Next up, you master your mind with a journal. And hey, we're not talking about writing a novel here, just 5 or 10 minutes. You're creating a private space for self-awareness. Ask yourself simple stuff. What am I feeling right now? What baggage do I need to let go of? What virtue am I going to practice today? This isn't for an audience, it's for you. It's how you take command of your inner world.
And the final practice, you've got to move. A Stoic understands that the mind and body are partners. You don't need a grueling 2-hour workout. We're talking 10 minutes of deliberate movement. Some stretching, a few push-ups, a quick walk. It sends a signal to your brain that says, hey, we're not here to be comfortable today. We're here to lead. It's an act of self-respect that trains your will. So why do all this? What's the point? While the ultimate goal isn't just about having a productive morning, it's about intentionally becoming the person you actually want to be. It all comes down to identity.
Which leads us to the final and maybe most powerful secret: rehearsing the person you want to be. Before your day gets going, you mentally visualize your ideal self in action. How would they handle that tough meeting? How would they react when their flight gets delayed? You are actively training your identity. This is the question that guides the whole practice. You're basically giving your brain a template for success, a cheat sheet for the day. So when life inevitably tests you, you don't have to guess how to act. You've already practiced your lines. You just step into the role you've already rehearsed. See, when you put this all together, your morning isn't just a routine anymore. It's not some checklist you have to get through. When you command your morning, you achieve the first and, honestly, the most important victory of the day. So let's just run through these 7 secrets one more time. Wake up with discipline. Win the hour in silence. Face the day before it starts. Anchor your mind in truth. Master the mind first. Move the body. And rehearse who you want to be. These aren't just life hacks. They are profound tools for transformation.
And Seneca really hits the nail on the head here. Wasting time isn't just about being lazy. It's about living without intention, being pulled around by the world instead of leading yourself. Winning your morning, that is the ultimate act of not wasting your life.
So I'll just leave you with this. Tomorrow is coming, whether you prepare for it or not. The world will try to command your attention. The choice is always yours. Tomorrow morning, who is going to rule your kingdom? You or the chaos?